Alright, I wanted to do a video talking about something I really hate to admit, but I'm gonna admit it. And I'm gonna do this review because I have to admit it. I never seen Silence of the Lambs. Now, keep in mind I'm 23, okay? Was not old enough to see this movie when it came out. I was not alive when this movie came out. I know what this movie is via cultural osmosis. I knew who Hannibal Lecter was. Never seen the movie before. I had seen references to it in other movies, all that stuff. What is my reason for never seeing Silence of the Lambs? There isn't one. It just hasn't happened. The thing is, everyone in society, well, I don't say everyone in society, there's a lot of people in film culture who think that somehow you're just supposed to magically see all the classic movies right away. And that's just not how it works. You need to give yourself the right time and place to find these movies. And you should be excited for the people who haven't seen these movies like me, who now have opportunities to see these movies for the first time. Also, what's really great is that some of these we live in the era of re-releases of old movies doing really well and being more prominent. So like movies like this that I haven't seen, I get to see in a theater with a group of people and see this for the first time. And this was actually a pretty packed theater. I've been to a few Fathom events. I don't go to a lot of the older movie releases because a lot of the older movie releases, to be honest, it's like I either already have them on 4K Blu-ray or I've seen them recently at the time when they came out. So I was like, okay, I'm not gonna spend the time and energy to go to the theater, save myself some money, and I go to some ones I'm like really excited about. Like I did Wrath of Khan, a few other ones I really like, but I don't always go to all of them. I'm doing a lot more. I'm planning to do a lot more this year, hopefully, but maybe I'll do or videos like this of certain ones that never seen before. But I was really excited to see this movie for the first time because I genuinely have never seen this movie. And like I said, there's not really a reason for it. It's just I didn't own the movie. I don't know anyone else who owned the movie. Um, and though I did really get in the vibe to check out this movie when I watched Misery for the first time a few months like late last year back. I watched Misery and I had a great time watching that movie, and it made me want to watch this movie because uh they're not the same movie, but they're kind of that thriller. Uh, it's Misery 80s or 90s, but whatever. They're kind of the same time period. Really, very performance based movies. So I don't know, but that's enough of me rambling about never seeing this movie. Let's just talk about this movie. Um, you know, I should say I've never read the book that this movie is based on, so I'm just talking about the movie. What I know about the movie. This movie's great, of course. You didn't need me to tell you that this is one of the greatest movies of all time. And I wasn't really prepared for how much this movie was going to affect me because I was sitting in the theater. I had a box of Sour Patch Kids that I was slowly eating. I had a big thing of Pepsi I was drinking, and I stopped eating and drinking both. Because this movie just made me unnerved. Obviously, it deals with like a serial killer, but Seven um, gives me the same vibes of this movie where you're sick to your stomach and you're just I can't even think about that. Um, and also, it makes you unnerved in very weird ways where it's not even that they're describing things or showing you things. You have situations like she's just talking to Hannibal Lecter in this movie, and he's just going on about stuff, and I'm just sitting there like, Hannibal Lecter is terrifying in this movie. Anthony Hopkins, of course, is amazing in this role. No shit, but but you're just so unnerved by his performance because you get all these stories when she goes in to see him of what he did, And then you'd see this, and he's just a guy, and he's creepy, but he's also just kind of a normal guy having normal conversations with her. And the way they shoot and direct his sequences, where like the one where he's always turned away from the camera while he's answering questions about this killer that they're trying to track down, and it's just a brilliant stuff. Jodie Foster is amazing in this movie as well. I don't, I. It's funny, the thing I know Jodie Foster most from, and probably most people knew Jodie Foster who saw this movie at the time, was probably Freaky Friday, the Disney one, which was not a great movie. I don't really like that movie, but it was so different, and I'm sure I know some of you might say Taxi Driver, but the thing about Taxi Driver was like a movie that not like the normies were watching, and Silence of the Lambs was a movie that like normie people were gonna watch. So you get what I mean. So that's why I'm saying Freaky Friday was probably the one most people knew. So it was the one I knew because it's been a really long time since I watched Taxi Driver, and I should watch it again, but it's been a long, long time. Um, so I don't know. I got a lot out of this movie. And it just unnerved me. It made me sick, and you're always engaged in what was gonna happen. And I feel like there's so much to this movie, so many layers to this movie, that it will take me another rewatch to fully grasp everything. I feel like I wasn't fully grasping everything because I was so distracted by just being unnerved and kind of just sick to my stomach. Which obviously is the effect that the movie was going for. You're not supposed to leave the movie feeling good, but man, does this do a good job of making you not feel great? I don't know, but yeah, I had never seen this movie before. I'm sorry. I fixed it. Thank you. And I want to know in the comments, what other classic movies have you not seen in the comics? I think there's a lot that you'll be surprised that I have seen, and there's a lot that you'll be surprised I haven't seen. And I kind of want to do more videos like this, maybe in the future, but we'll see.